Well, hey there, American Farmsteadhers. This is Jenny with the Gramstead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American Farmsteadhers doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you will grow a little food of your own.
Yeah, and this week we are talking about how to make your chickens work for you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We are not talking about the conventional, like, oh, let's keep chickens for eggs.
More.
Yes. Yeah. They're kind of like the ultimate, like, homestead animal. I mean, everybody always says they're like the gateway animal, but a lot of people will just use that gateway animal for just eggs only.
Right.
But there's so much more to chickens.
Right, and more than even meat.
Yeah, more than even meat. Yeah, absolutely. So there's lots of things that your feathered friends can do for you. And so we thought that we would bring a short little list of different ways that y'all can use your chickens.
Yeah, how we use them in real life.
Yeah.
On Homestead.
Really.
So to start, where do we start?
Well, since we are, right now we're kind of in between gardening season, like we're cleaning up the summer garden, but we're starting to think about our fall gardens. We're getting seeds started.
Right.
So I say let's start with chickens in the garden. What about utilizing your chickens to actually start a new garden?
I always think that's a great idea, but I don't have experience doing that.
Yeah, I have not personally done it. I've seen a couple of people do it with chicken tractors.
Yeah.
And so they'll just take a chicken tractor, say it's a 10 by 12 tractor. They'll put it in one spot and they will not move that chicken tractor. So they'll put their chickens in there. And over time, I mean, you could have the thickest grass, but you leave that chicken tractor there, the chickens are going to...
done.
Right. They're going to eat up all that grass. They're going to till it up. They're going to root it up.
Yep.
And they'll
manure it.
Yeah, fertilize that whole 10 by 12 space for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
I have like my old tractors.
Okay.
They're my current old tractors.
Right.
That I haven't been using. I last raised a couple of turkeys in them. But they're 4x8.
Yeah.
And my raised garden beds are 4x8.
4x8.
And I had said this a while ago. I'm going to put one of those. Here we go. I'm gonna queen. I'm going to put those on a raised bed and throw some chickens in there.
Right.
Now I really need to do that.
You need to do that. And I mean, just let them work the soil. Let them tear it up.
Yep.
Fertilize it.
Yeah, and you can do this without a tractor. Like you can have your garden space, right? And here's what I would do. I would clip their wings so they're not flying out and getting everywhere else, like the porch.
Right.
And bring them some feed, but don't have it in like a pretty feeder or, container of any sort. Throw it out on the ground because
where you want them to work.
Right, because you want them to scratch. You want them to find bugs, all the bad bugs. Wait a minute. Years ago, I did put chickens in a garden. I don't remember if it was in a tractor or just in the fence, but we had a really bad potato beetle problem, maybe.
Ooh.
Was that what it was? Or is that or squash bug? I want to say it was potato beetles. And yeah, we put them in there and those chickens, they tore it up. And the next year that we had potatoes, I didn't have a single potato beetle.
Nice.
So it
nice.
worked.
Yeah, because I don't know how potato beetles, I don't know how they work. Like if they lay their eggs in the sand or I don't know how that works. But
I don't remember.
If you had a garden pest that did lay their larva in the sand to make eggs, those chickens are going to eat it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So clip their wings, throw them in your garden space. Now, understand that anything you're trying to grow in there is going to be gone if you don't do the tractor or contain them in some way. Yeah, it's done. So maybe in your off season and over your winter or in the summer here in Florida, if you're not growing a lot of heat-loving stuff, you could do that. Be good.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, I would venture to say the whole chicken tractor idea, if you put it in one spot, I mean, I'd say probably in 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to have complete bare fertilized ground.
Oh yeah, I don't even think it'll take that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many chickens do you think you'd put in that?
Well, I mean, if you think about a 10 by 12 tractor, chickens are going to need about 3 to 4 square feet of space each if it's like a laying hen. So
right.
10, 12,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they would make quick work of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you just move it. If you do it in the tractor, you just move it down.
Right.
And cover up
Right.
where you just pulled them off of.
Right.
Let that manure just break down under a tarp.
Right. So you could essentially like move your little garden plot.
Consistently work it.
Consistently, like
Yeah.
start in one spot, garden in that one spot, and then move on. Like the grass is going to grow back and take over.
Right.
Then
It's like a perpetual cycle.
Right. And then you don't have to pull the grass out of your garden. You just move the chicken tractor to a new spot.
This would work really well too in like an orchard setting,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Again, clip their wings. You don't want them roosting in your trees. But, if you've got like young fruit trees, why not? Our wheels are turning we're speaking.
Things to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, so what other ways can we use chickens in the garden?
Well, besides their manure,
Yes.
let's talk more about that, really.
Okay, yeah, chicken manure. Okay. There's a lot that you can do with chicken manure. There's a lot of different ways that you can use it. My personal favorite way, well, I guess I have a couple of favorite ways.
I was going to say, me too.
The obvious is making compost with the chicken manure. You can make enough manure, chickens produce, enough manure to make 1 cubic yard of compost if you're mixing it with leaves.
Right, dead leaves.
Yeah, dead leaves. So, and that's easy. That's just 2 ingredients. You've got your chicken manure and you've got your leaves. Chicken manure is really hot, so you're going to want to use probably just 1 part chicken manure, and I'd say to 3 part leaves. Sometimes with the greens and the browns, you can get away with 1 part green to 2 part brown, but as hot as chicken manure can be, I would do 3 parts.
And wet.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, so making compost with chicken manure.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I wonder how well that would work. We talked about our compost bucket plan to bury the buckets.
Yeah.
And we were talking before we started to record today that our friend Sam down at Scrubland Farms has just posted on social media that what they do and have been doing, and they've got some new setups in another garden space. Same thing, where they're doing it big scale with metal trash cans.
Yeah, his was like a galvanized, metal trash can. What, maybe 30 gallon?
I don't even think it's that big.
You don't think it's that big? Okay.
It didn't look like it to me.
Yeah, and so he's basically made holes down around the bottom, and he's sinking these trash cans into his garden beds.
Like halfway?
Yeah, sinking them about halfway into the garden beds, and then just filling it full of whatever compostable material things he has. Probably a lot of kitchen scraps, maybe some chicken manure, stuff like that. And then he even said he was doing guts.
Chicken guts.
Chicken guts.
All the intestines and junk that is not usable.
Yeah. And then just putting a lid on it and letting nature take its course, letting the earthworms come in, move through that bin, through the holes that are under the ground, to break everything down and spread the compost.
Yeah. I was thinking like that is such an easy way to compost. It's like the lazy man's compost, which I am all about.
Right.
I'm all about it. But yeah, just dead leaves and manure.
Right.
And just layer those up.
Yep.
Give it a little water and put the lid on. Let it work. It'll heat up.
Yep.
The worms will come in, do their thing. They do some other stuff with like hardware cloth and stuff like that, I think, to keep probably the raccoons away. I don't know. If they're doing food scraps and and like guts and stuff. But if you're just doing manure and leaves, there's nothing coming after that. I think that you wouldn't have to do that.
I don't think you'd have any pest issues with that. I think we should do smaller versions in our raised beds.
Well, we talked before about the like a 6-inch PVC pipe and
sinking that in.
Yeah, I like it.
But the cap on his is what makes it even better because then that really opens up the possibilities of what you can actually put in the bucket.
Right.
And it's protected and nothing will, scavenge it.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before too, a work day at your garden and a work day at my garden.
And we totally should.
That's what we need to do.
We need to just get it on the schedule.
Yeah.
Because if it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen.
It's not happening, yeah. Okay, chickens.
Okay, so yes.
Manure.
Make compost with it. Now, my grandfather, he used to grow up in Maine. Whenever he grew tomatoes, he would have a barrel of water in his garden, and he would throw chicken manure, just straight chicken manure with just plain water. And that's what he would water his tomato plants with.
Perfect.
He'd come by with his little scooper cup and just scoop up the chicken manure water, and that's what the tomatoes got.
I love that.
Because not only does it have a lot of nitrogen in it, chicken manure has a lot of the trace minerals and stuff like that in it too. So, yep.
It's a good idea.
Yep.
You could, you'll hear that chicken manure is too hot for your plants, but we've kind of debunked that. So you can put it straight, side dressing your plants.
Yeah.
And I've not seen it become a problem. Several other pretty popular gardeners in our area are doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do it when it's like super, super fresh.
Right.
Every time that I've done that, it's already dried out, and you're not putting it right up against the base of your plant.
Right.
I think that's where people end up burning it. Like, if you pile it on a plant, it's going to burn. But
the stem.
If you're just putting it on the soil, like in between your plants or like around the drip line of your plants, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's going to be fine.
Easy ways.
Yep. Okay, so other ways we can use chicken in the garden. Blood from Chicken Butcher Day.
We've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's one of my favorite byproducts of Chicken Butcher Day.
Yeah, our big walk-in freezer went out, and I had a 5-gallon bucket of blood in there from 2 different butchers.
Right.
And so, it's a whole nightmare. But Eric almost threw it away. I was like,
no,
wait, no. And he's like, Donna, it's a bucket of frozen blood. And it wasn't frozen anymore. And I was like, oh, it's perfect.
Right, right.
So, I've got my beloved chicken blood going in.
Yeah, so that can be used just to, you can water it down. You can just do straight blood and water.
That's usually how I use it.
Yeah, just water it down and water the soil, water your plants with it. I mean, if it's say for instance, if you're growing lettuce and your lettuce is just about ready to harvest, you probably don't want to use it as a foliar feed.
Right.
Gross. I mean, that might be a little gross.
Right. Probably not. Don't do that.
I have also this happened by accident, but it ended up working out really good. I let some chicken blood coagulate in a bucket.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever saved chicken blood. And so now when I do it, I fill the bucket up with water and collect the blood in the water so it doesn't coagulate like it normally would. But the first time I ever did it, I didn't know. And so I was just collecting the blood as we were butchering and didn't add any water to it. And it coagulated super fast. And I ended up letting it dry out. And it completely dried out. And when I was able to crumble it up into a powder like blood meal.
It's blood meal. That's kind of pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was able to just take that and just kind of sprinkle it around the garden, side dress some plants with it. And that worked out really well too.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it'll get watered in and it'll reconstitute. And it's blood meal. It's awesome.
Yeah. I feel like there's all kinds of good stuff that you can do with chickens when you butcher them. Another thing that we've had really good luck with is taking the feathers, the heads. We've done it with the feet. We've done it with the guts. Really anything that we don't want from Butcher Day, bury it off the side of a fruit tree. Go maybe 5 or 6 feet away from a fruit tree that needs some nutrients and dig a big hole and just bury everything in the hole.
It'll find it.
It'll find it. I mean, that's how my mulberry tree exploded.
Got too big.
It got a little too big.
Yeah.
We probably buried stuff around that tree probably at least 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good way. Another good thing to do with all of that stuff is to use it as dog or pig food.
Yeah.
So pigs can eat all of the intestines and everything. They
Yeah.
will totally eat chicken manure. It's okay.
Right.
It makes really great bacon. It's not disgusting, even though it's disgusting.
Right.
Yeah, we have fed a lot of that stuff to pigs in particular. And then organs, we keep some organs for our family. Hearts, not so much, but we do like gizzards and livers.
Right.
But the hearts and some like kidneys, and I'm not real picky because on butcher day, you just want to get the job done.
Right.
Like we're trying to get through it. We
Right.
have an assembly line, but a lot of those things we'll feed to dogs and even chickens. Like the chicken, if you have free range chickens out on butcher day, they're waiting for it. They won't leave you alone.
We always have chickens hanging around the tables at Butcher Day. I mean, whatever gets dropped, they'll scavenge.
Yep.
They're chickens.
They're
That's
chickens.
kind of what
That's
they
what
do.
they do. They're opportunistic for real. Yeah. So using those parts that you aren't going to use, like we'll use feet and you can use heads like feet. You can boil heads and get collagen from combs and all that. We're not into that.
I'm not there yet. I mean,
if we were starving, I would be there, but we're not there.
Right. And I mean, I'll use the feet for bone broth.
Yeah,
but
we definitely use the feet.
haven't gotten into the heads yet.
We use every part we can for our family, but what we don't use, I guess that's my point. What we don't use for our family, we can use for other animals.
Right. You can use it somewhere else. So it's nothing's going to waste.
Right.
We're just using it in different ways.
Yeah.
So speaking of chickens being opportunistic, they're great at turning a compost pile too. If you have just a pile in the yard, the chickens are going to be on top of it, scratching through it, turning it, picking out the bugs, working for you.
We've done that before too, where we took, we built our compost pile in our chicken coop and used just like wire fence, wrapped it around.
Right.
Something on top so they couldn't get in it because we wanted the inside to start to compost.
Yeah.
Bugs came. And then we took it off, took the fencing off. Chickens came in, scratched it up. They turned it. We left it alone for a day or so, piled it back up, put the wrap around it. And we did that a couple of times. It works down. So, you have a lot less material than you started with, but that's composting.
That's composting. That's
breaking down material. Yeah. And then we used that to plant right in our garden. And so by the time the chickens were done with it, it was broken down, usable material of, grass. It was like the neighbor's cut grass and our own dead leaves, but also our chicken manure and what they had left behind. So yes, that is a really good thing.
Yeah. Back to the whole chicken manure thing. You can use egg-laying chicken manure, but my favorite chicken manure to make compost with is baby meat chicken manure.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I don't either, but it's true.
I don't know what it is about that stuff.
It's hot.
It's hot. I wouldn't use that directly in the garden.
Yeah, no.
That baby meat chicken poo is hot, but it makes great compost. So you could essentially, if you know that you're getting a batch of chickens, put bedding in their brooder like leaves. Go rake up a bunch of leaves and put it in the chicken brooder. It's okay to do that. Let the chickens poop all over it and then take all of that directly out of the brooder and it's ready to compost.
Right to your bin or pile or whatever.
Right to the compost pile. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So one time I did a little experiment. I didn't want to set up my brooder because I have a big brooder that does 100 and something baby chicks. And it's big. And I didn't feel like getting it cleaned up and set up. And I had 10 baby chicks that I needed to have into a brooder. So I actually built I didn't build it. Tori built it. It was on a frame with hardware cloth, and it fit right in my compost bin directly over my compost pile, which is in a deep freeze.
So perfect.
And so it was a hot pile, and so I was able to put the meat chickens right on that little screen over the hot compost pile. I didn't have to run a heat lamp, and then all their manure fell down onto the compost.
Right where you didn't have to move it.
I didn't have
less
to
work.
Right.
That's so permaculture minded.
And then once they got a little bit bigger, I was like, well, I'm just going to take the screen out and put them in the compost bin and let them start.
And they worked it.
And then they worked that little pile. So
nice.
That was a fun little experiment that worked out pretty good.
You've got my wheels turning because I'm ready to order meat chicks.
Yeah.
To go see our friend Charlie.
Okay, so yeah, they're good at turning compost piles. They're really good at spreading mulch.
Yeah.
Like if you need mulch spread somewhere, just pile it up. Within a couple of days, they'll have it spread everywhere. Mm-hmm. It might not land where you want it, but they'll spread it.
They're also really bad about spreading mulch if they get in your flower beds, I'm just going to say.
Right. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so what about for like insect control? Mm-hmm. I know my free range chickens, like their favorite pastime is going over to where the water trough is for the cows, where there's lots of cow patties. They're always picking through those.
So here's something just to kind of a side adjacent thought to this with fly control. So our minerals that we buy for our cows are fairly expensive. And the feed mill was out of the one that I normally get. And I was like, well, I have had some pretty horrible experience in the last year with not getting quality minerals because I tried to get the cheaper stuff. Long story short, you get what you pay for. Mm-hmm. So I said, oh, no, I don't want the cheap stuff. Do they have any other kind with that brand? And they said, oh, yeah, we have this one with clarifier. I was like, okay, I'll take it. And then they went to get it. And I said, well, wait a minute. What is clarifier? I've never bought that. What does that mean? And the sweet, helpful gentleman there says, oh, it's perfect. Like there's something in it that passes through the cow's gut so that the fly larva doesn't hatch when the flies come and lay their eggs in the manure. And I was like, oh, well, what are my chickens going to eat? And they said, well, you buy chicken food from us too. And I was like, yeah, but like I'm going to have to buy a lot if I don't let them eat fly manure or fly eggs out of the chicken manure. So, I ended up not getting it. It's like, no, I don't want that. For a couple of reasons. But the whole point of like my free range chickens is that not only do they eat the fly eggs, maggots, larvae, whatever you want to call it, they spread the manure that the cows leave looking for that. Yeah. So like if it's not there for them to scratch at, I'm just going to have a bunch of cow patties right there at my milk barn. And I don't want that. No. I want them
spread out.
Spreading it. Yes. Yeah. It's better for the land. It's better for me. It's better for the cows.
It's better for the chickens.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we like to use them. I know you're working on building a new pasture egg laying production mobile.
Yes.
And I mean, I think that behind your cows, since you rotate your cows, I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's my goal.
I love it. Your chickens they'll do your pasture well. They'll do your cows well. And the cows will feed them well.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're great at fertilizing the pastures.
Right.
I mean, hello, you run a chicken tractor through a pasture and like literally a whole year later, you can see exactly where the chicken tractor went.
It's still very green.
Yes, yeah, it's crazy how like prominent it is even a year later.
And I think it's not just the manure that's left behind. I think too, it's that light tilling that they do where they are that really helps work it in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's going to be really good for you. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yep. So, what about eggshells in the garden? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of people do the egg in the tomato hole when they plant their tomatoes.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
No, not the whole egg.
Done it. I've done it. I didn't notice a difference, but it doesn't hurt.
I would be thinking that something would dig that up.
I never had that problem.
No.
Yeah, I've done it several times. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't.
Right.
It depends on how many eggs I have, I think, when we plant tomatoes.
Right. No, I do use eggshells in the garden with my tomatoes specifically. So I usually do, I'll collect all my eggshells, bake them to kill the bacteria. Take them out of the oven, really like shred them up and pulverize them. So they're very, very, very small.
And the oven, the drying,
Yes.
it really dries them out so that they shatter a lot easier that way.
Yeah. So you're really breaking up those eggshells. That way it's something usable. It's got to be broke down. So I'll mix eggshells with Epsom salt and worm castings.
And that sounds nice.
And so all of my I do it every single time I do tomatoes. All of my tomatoes get that mix when they get planted. And so you've got, the calcium of the eggshells, magnesium of the Epsom salt, which tomatoes love, and then worm castings. I mean, hello, that has like all the good stuff in it.
Right. And a lot of your trace stuff too.
Yeah. So, I mean, knock on wood, I don't have blossom end rot problems with my tomatoes.
Yeah.
So it works good.
Yeah, it does work well. If you're not into that, you can just break them up maybe a little coarser, and you can throw them in the garden. They're going to take longer to break down, but your soil will use it next and following seasons. But you can also use it as a way to have something sharp around those plants that, like, especially if you're having a slug problem.
Yes.
We did that once with, I think, strawberries. We have a terrible snail and no, I can't talk. Snail and slug problem where we are now. And when we first planted strawberries in a raised bed, I wanted to keep those bare roots super, super moist. And the slugs just, like, they flocked to it. So eggshell, you want to put something that is sharp that the slugs don't want to crawl across, and the eggshells work for that. They also worked well around squash, I think, when we were trying to keep vine borers out.
Okay. It would probably be good around lettuce, because that's like lettuce's big problem a lot of the time is slugs.
Slugs, yeah. Gross. So gross.
Yeah. Okay, so what about, there's the obvious, like chickens are such a garbage disposal. Like, hello, fridge clean out day.
It goes to the chickens.
Absolutely.
Every one of my failed cheese projects goes to the chickens. Currently milking a cow whose milk we can't use. And so, I can just pour it to the ground, but that gets old.
Yeah.
Feeding it to my chickens. And raw milk, actually, you can feed it directly, like right away, fresh. Some people will tell you, you can't feed chickens milk. You can't. I'm so tired of hearing you can't give that animal cow's milk. Like, of all the animals, we've raised a lot of animals on our milk. Right. So, the chicken, they do just fine with it. You can clabber it, which just is basically just let it sit out and warm up and let the bacteria in there kind of take over, so it kind of coagulates and clabbers. Like, nobody deals with clabber anymore. It's like generations old. Trying to think. So if you're only used to your grocery store pasteurized milk, when it gets sour and chunky, it's different than clabber. Like, that's disgusting, sour and chunky, right? Clabber is going to get it almost like yogurt.
Okay.
And the longer it sits, the more it'll separate, and the thicker it will get on top. And then, like, the whey and the super watery part will sink to the bottom. But that top will get gelatinous, and it'll get clumpy too.
Right.
But it smells like cheese. It doesn't smell disgusting.
Right.
So chickens, that's like chicken crack right there. They absolutely love it. Pigs too.
Well, and they probably get more of it when it's clabbered and like formed up like that versus just like pouring like a liquid.
Right.
For them to.
I mean, it's basically fermented.
Yeah.
So like anything fermented, you're getting better nutrients out. Or it's that the nutrients are more available, something like
nutrients
that.
are more available. Yeah. Easier to break down.
Yeah. So chickens get all the dairy that doesn't get used up by us on our farm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, realistically, like, if you wanted specifically to save money on feed, like, what about getting some extra chickens and using those eggs for your dogs?
Right.
I mean, hello, dog food is the most expensive feed that we buy. Like, our dogs, hands down, are the most expensive to feed.
Are they?
They are.
My dog eats very little dog food. I think my cats eat more dog food than the dog eats.
We go through a lot of dog food.
Okay.
So anytime we have extra eggs, dogs, pigs were wonderful for that, especially when you have free range chickens. Because
with eggs, yeah.
Like you'll run across a clutch of 30 eggs and
who knows how long it's been there.
Knows?
And
pigs don't care.
Did they sit on them for 2 weeks and then give up? And so they're partially incubated, gross.
I have this chicken who has been broody on my back porch. I have some plants right. It's on my back porch. It's under the roof. I have this strip where I keep some shaded plants. And I've had this chicken, literally, she has been broody in that flower bed for 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
She finally hatched one chicken the other day.
Bless Mama.
She has been trying so hard. And the other day I walked by and I heard chirping. I was like, she finally made a baby chick. And I'm like, one? Really? You've been sitting there for 3 months. One chick.
It's going to be so doted on.
So I really hope she protects the thing because she really put a lot of time into that.
Yeah. That's cute. I love that.
Yep.
Yeah. So definitely you can use them to feed pets.
Yes.
Extra eggs for sure.
Absolutely.
And you can feed them back to the chickens. Did you say that?
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't say that, but scramble them up, feed them back to the chickens.
Yep. We do that if we have too many eggs. That hasn't been the case in probably a year or so, but just because we've been selling them. But if you have an abundance of eggs and you've done your water glassing and you've done all the egg dishes that your family can tolerate, scramble up a pot of eggs and you know what you can do also, you can include the shell. I don't even break it open.
Yeah.
I break it open, but I don't crack the egg and throw away the shell.
Yeah.
I put the whole eggs in a pot, not a pan.
Right.
And just mix it all up and scramble the eggs.
Yeah. Well, when I give eggs to the dogs, they get the whole egg.
The whole egg.
Yeah, they get the shell and everything. They love it.
Yeah, I've had people tell me that's not good either. She hasn't choked on it yet.
No.
She's 12 years old.
I break the egg, but I leave the shell in there. With it broken. Yeah. I don't give them a whole egg.
Ruby won't eat a whole egg.
No, I don't know that my dogs would. I've never tried it.
She'll carry it around forever. It's so funny. She'll have such a soft mouth and she'll just carry it. And then, but if I break one open, she'll eat it and she'll eat the shell. So it's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. But you can definitely feed that back to your chickens. That added calcium in the shell is great for them. All the protein, especially, this is something that happens too. If some of your flock is molting, if you have chickens of different ages, right?
Yeah.
And so some of them are molting and some of them are not. So you're getting some eggs in still. Those molting chickens need extra protein.
Yeah.
And so that's a good thing to help them grow out their new feathers. Whatever they're lacking, they're going to get back in the eggs. So, and I've also heard you can't feed your chickens their own eggs because it's going to teach them to be egg eaters. I've never had that trouble. Especially if you're cooking the eggs. It's fine.
If you're cooking the eggs, now if you took an egg and barely broke it inside their nest box,
right,
and let the yolk ooze out of it, yes, they're probably going to be enticed
to become egg eaters.
But you don't do it that way.
No, you don't do it. I even break them in their coop, or if I have an especially dirty egg, I'm just not going to wash. I'll throw it on the ground in the coop. They'll eat it up, and I don't have any egg eaters as long as it's not broken in the box, like you said.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
Yep. No, not that I can think of.
Really, I my favorite part of keeping chickens, the favorite extra part, I should say, is that they are my fly control around the cows, the cow manure. That's the biggest thing that I use them for. I love to pasture the meat birds, and we spend less on feed that way. That's my favorite thing. But I think I'm going to try to use them more in the garden.
Yes. Yeah, they're so valuable in the garden. And I would say that's probably my favorite extra thing for chickens is utilizing the manure in the garden, the blood around the fruit trees.
I actually have a big compost pile I could put them in.
Yeah, do it.
I should.
Do it.
It's been growing sweet potatoes, but I think it'll be fine. All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So y'all get busy getting those fall gardens ready. Start some seeds.
I've got mine started.
Yep, I got my seeds started, and I actually cleaned out some garden rows. I've got 3 undercover.
Yay.
I've got 6 that are totally cleaned out, and 3 raised beds that are cleaned out.
I mowed between my raised beds, and that's a huge deal.
Yes.
I'm so excited about
Yes,
it.
and speaking of mowers.
So now I can get to my beds.
Yeah, for any of you that have been following my mowing fiasco, my lack of mowing fiasco, my mower is fixed. I mowed my whole entire garden. It was
Yay.
amazing.
Did you feel so good and accomplished?
It gave, and that's the thing. Like
It motivates you.
Every single year, the garden gets ridiculous. It gets out of control, and you're like,
Yeah.
why am I even trying?
Yeah.
I've lost all hope. And
Yeah.
then you mow it, and you're like,
It's new. And now I can work. Like
Right.
that motivation snowballs. It really
Yes.
does. Like so my trick this year was start the seeds first.
yeah, right. And then you have to do it.
Right, exactly. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they all came up faster than they should have.
Right. So I actually did the same thing. I started all my seeds and I made my garden plan when my garden looked an absolute wreck.
Yeah. Yep. Chickens can finish the job for me though.
Yep.
Chicken shenanigans.
Yep.
I like it.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Y'all get busy in the garden and utilize those chickens.
Yep.
Later, y'all.
Bye.